Is that pollen on the pond? It looks like a line.
It kind of looks that way.
Maybe. I don't know what's blooming right now. Could be algae. What's up, y'all? Jesse, say hi to my friends.
Hi to your friends.
This is my friend Jesse. He's here this morning. Let's stop in here. There's some volunteers. He's getting some peppers to make hot sauce. What are you gonna do?
So the video I watched was basically how to recreate. I love hot sauce in general. Jess made me some, it was like peach hot sauce one time. It was the best. So it's recreating Frank's red hot sauce.
Ooh, that's cool.
If I can make it myself, I don't have to buy it.
I'm pretty sure I have some cayennes, but look at my figs.
These are nice.
Yeah, none of these are ripe.
We don't know. Fertilize. Ours just out there.
All right, so some of these are just volunteer peppers. Those look like jalapenos. These are really hot. Some of them have started to turn red. I think that this is, I don't know, it may just be a mix, but these just came up on their own. And then over here, these volunteered also, but I'm pretty sure these are Sugar Rush Peach, which when I made you that peach hot sauce, this is probably what I used. I can't remember. So these, though they volunteered, I recognize them. That's definitely a Sugar Rush Peach. Now I don't know how hot it is. There's a chance it could be crossed. But this one's ripe.
It's going to have some heat to it.
These aren't hot. These are habanadas. But they're really nice for adding to hot sauces, just to add more like intense fruity pepper flavor without multiplying heat. So they're really good. My pumpkin plants are all starting to die back, and you can actually see how many ripe pumpkins there are out there. It's insane.
There's like these big ones right here on the edge.
Yeah, we had to cut off the vines because they were threatening to come out in the driveway and get run over. But, you know, when you have something trailing like this, if you're getting kind of towards the end of the season where you're afraid the fruit on it might not come to fruition, you can cut the tips off of anywhere where it's trailing to keep it from growing bigger and trying to set new fruit, so it'll put its energy into finishing its fruit. I didn't have to worry about that. I still have 2 months of no frost, but I just didn't want it to run over. I actually keep forgetting to put this in a video. Oh dang, she left. I had a garden spider right here. Oh wow, that's interesting. So there was a really big garden spider here. Literally, she was just here yesterday. But there's damage to this web, but there's now a teeny tiny little spider on the remainder of her web. That's interesting. Sometimes I like the garden spiders. I like them being in the garden, but they do scare me when I accidentally like almost put my face right there in their web. So I like to have an inventory of where they are. Garden wasps. Oh yeah.
No, these are actually, so they're not paper wasps.
Yeah.
I don't know the type they are, but they have a nest right here.
Oh, you saw them.
And they're very chill. And they'll start vibrating.
Oh wow, yeah, sure enough.
But you could actually reach and grab that pepper if you wanted to, but they're not going to hurt you. Actually have.
Well, I know wasps are really good pollinators.
Oh yeah, they'll actually get further in than bumblebees. Oh, and you got another one of those spiders. Hey.
Is there another little spider?
Looks like
a
I have
little fuzzy
sunglasses
black one. Yeah, no, those are so funny. I'm not sure. Well,
No,
I'm not sure if I'll be able to see it. There's a little spider right here. They're all in here. They're so cute. Well, I did have some wasps up here that have moved on, and those were stinging.
Yeah, those are part of paper wasps.
Yeah,
leave those up because they're territorial.
Yeah.
And they won't build another nest.
We're gonna come out here into the orchard and see if we can find something delicious. I really need to downsize my duck and goose numbers. There's a fig.
Looks good to me.
Alright. Aren't figs so good?
What do I have?
Yes. So I know the thing about wasps pollinating figs, but I've had ants over here. I don't know what it was. I bit a fig the other day, and I also bit an apple. Something had something in it that bit back. And the inside of my lip swelled up so big. Alright, Jesse's going off in the okra jungle. Let's see. I'm going to show y'all. It's crazy out here. When I talk about walking into spider web, this is the place. if that's your goal. Going off in here is a good way to make it happen. There are chicken and dumplings, cowpeas all through here. And there are pumpkins everywhere, which the vines of the pumpkins are starting to die back.
I'll steal some of these beans too.
Yeah, go for it. But yeah, you'll see there are pumpkins everywhere. Let's get back in here. This is the, I guess, kind of the very middle. Nuts. Look at the stalks of this okra. They'll end up being like small trees by the end of the season. The bees sure are happy in here. So it's a very humid, foggy summer morning, late summer morning. In the high humidity, when it's like this, I mean, it's like very high humidity. Makes you feel really sticky as soon as you come out in it. But one thing that it does is fragrances, I feel like, are so exemplified by these conditions, and I don't know the science behind that, but like going out in that field where there's also holy basil that's kind of volunteered all throughout it, it is so rich, like it's intoxicating. It smells so amazing. Somebody asked me where my sunflowers were the other day in my garden tour. Here. There's some more up in the front too that are actually blooming right now, but a lot of the sunflowers are already done. All right, Jesse, what you got?
A lot. We came for peppers and we're leaving with so much more. It's like, I'm not calling you a grandma, but it's like when you go to your grandma's house and she's like, oh, are you hungry? And she just starts feeding you and then you're there for hours. It's great.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
I was talking to a friend of mine last night that was talking about taking a road trip. Maybe heading down this way around Christmas time. What I always say to people when they say stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I'll feed you well.
Bring them in the car, you're going to leave with something.
I will feed you well. Look at this little family of nuisances. I'm talking a lot of trash about these guineas, but I actually do really like them. All right, y'all, it's later in the evening. My kitchen is a complete disaster. The organization continues. This mess is representative of progress. The other day I posted a video about like getting our house in order, which has definitely been my #1 focus the last probably 2 weeks. We've been heavily focusing on that. Just getting rid of stuff, donating stuff, and just trying to make the space we live in as functional as possible. If you happen to miss that video, it was, I don't know, a couple videos ago. But it's not all work and no play. We're actually hanging out here and I decided to go grab my camera. I was in the garden harvesting a couple of things and Toby came out and was hanging out with me. And he said, Mom, these are good times to video too. So I thought, you know what, Toby, you're right. So we laid the pad. We always put something in the foundation of anything we do. Actually, Jeremiah put something in, but he actually asked me to be the one to put something in the foundation of his shop. And so I went and grabbed some pink quartz out of the walkway of my garden, and this is the sign language I love you hand. When I was a very small child, my mom's like a lifelong best friend. Her son was born deaf. And so when I was really young, I learned sign. Some of you have picked up on it because I still actually do sign. Sometimes I'll say like thank you or different things. I taught all my kids sign, like basic signs when they were little. And I'm not fluent in sign language, but I can hold a conversation. I met a guy at the mall a couple years ago on my birthday, actually. His name was Ethan, and I still remember him. We bonded. He was deaf, and we were able to hold a conversation. But that's what I put in the foundation for Jeremiah, was the sign language. I love you. Dad. What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna cook, Dad.
You're gonna cook, Dad? Okay.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
My turn?
I just broke your ankle.
You ready?
Yeah.
Back.
So Maya, you know, we poured this concrete slab, which by the way, this thing is huge. This is 50 by 100. So this is a 5,000 square foot slab of concrete. It's very hard to convey sizes with a wide angle lens and through this screen, but this is a big old piece of concrete. And actually sitting out here, it doesn't feel that big because we're in the middle of, you know, our 27-acre property. But Maya decided that since it's going to take him months to like sort everything out and really, he's going to start building. I don't know. I could say like when we're planning on getting things done, but I don't really know. Maya, how long would you say it's going to take you to actually start like erecting the structure of the shop? I mean, it's going to take some months.
It'll take months just to get all the legwork done to get ready to start putting it together.
So he decided, since we have this sea of concrete, we have all of these sons and all of their energy, he decided to go ahead and put up a basketball goal
Right there.
to use this concrete in the meantime. Might as well.
Wait, that goal has a story.
What?
There's always.
I gotta tell the story of this goal.
Yeah,
So we got stuck at Dick's, the sporting goods store, for 3 hours or 2 hours, whatever it was. Same thing.
Waiting to pick up the goal?
Waiting to pick up the goal.
So
But what'd y'all do?
We worked it out.
You all worked out on all the equipment?
We tried
Yeah.
out.
You
all
and
the
Dad had
different
fun?
Yeah.
Workout equipment. We realized that Toby can't do. What is it?
Bench press?
No, not bench press. Where you take 2 dumbbells and you go up.
Oh yeah, butterfly press.
5 pounds is his limit. He can't do 10s.
I'm weak.
But hey, you
getting
can
stronger.
squat 65 though,
Hey,
right?
give him a flex of those guns that the football's been giving you. Let's get him, bro.
All right.
It's not that big.
Toby started middle school football. His last game was last week, which was awesome. You know, Jack graduated this last year, so we've spent the last 3 years doing Friday night football. And this year I was actually thinking we weren't going to, because for some reason in my head I thought that middle school football didn't start till 7th grade, but Toby started football. So now it's Thursday nights, but we did football last week. But yeah, Jeremiah's getting ready to set the goal. He is setting it in concrete. He got a goal that's like nicer, and he's gonna set it here. And then once he starts building the shop and he needs to move the goal, his plan is to put up another pad at some point for a basketball pad. Jeremiah loves playing basketball, and the boys are all planning on playing for the school. So yeah, we're just making the most of our concrete. See, I think I'm gonna get some sidewalk chalk that we can come out here and draw.
Well, you gotta get the angle right. You'll get it.
Show him how it's done, Maya.
It's hard to do it with boots and jeans.
It's hard to do with boots and jeans.
Look at this guy, it's so pretty. Look at this guy.
All right, there we go. It's Seychelles. Seychelles. I had a viewer turned friend come and visit us at the farmer's market and bring me seeds for these, and they're actually a nice skinny pole bean. I love skinny green beans. And usually the skinny ones are bush beans, but to have a pole bean is really awesome because I've been able to just harvest them as they go. So bush beans all typically put their blossoms on at once, like a determinate plant, whereas pole beans, you can keep harvesting from them over several weeks. And so I've been harvesting from these. I just went and got this basket of beans and cherry tomatoes, which I tried to resist eating a bunch of them. The offerings of tomatoes in the garden may be slim this time of year, but goodness if they aren't delicious for how hot it is. But I have a fermenting recipe for pizza beans.
Yeah, I need the small one for this.
And I'm going to start a batch of these, and I'm planning on shooting a video for the farmer's table later with another batch of them. So that's what this is for. All right, y'all. Well, we're just hanging out here on our concrete pad until sunset, which this is probably, I don't know, the 3rd time this week we've hung out on the concrete pad until sunset. Who knew that this would be such a commodity for a family? I'm sure we'll be very glad when it's a shop and we have the kitchen and we're gonna have like a gym space, Jeremiah's wood shop. There's gonna be so many amenities in the shop. But even still, we're not in any rush to get anything done because the concrete pad itself, it's like a playground out in the country. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Earlier in the video, all the days you do, I bless you. And I just love having you here. Until next time.